Once upon a time, there was a gigantic black hole in the cosmic wild. The black hole knew the address of an aperture to another universe, a passageway to the wonderland. But there was no one who the black hole could tell this address to, because whatever came near the black hole got ripped apart to particles and lost forever. The black hole could form no friendships, could not let anyone come near it. A star came near it, it got lost. A planet came near it, it got lost. Over time, the black hole became sad and embarrassed about its own gravitational power. As the sadness grew more and more, it caused stirrings in the heart of the black hole. The sadness started drawing portraits of anguish with black crayons, the wax of which was dripping with sorrow and grief. Grief over the invisible feeling, a feeling of missing something, missing someone who could last forever till its lifetime. The black hole, after all, could hold on to nothing due to its endless, deep, dark abyss. The sadness of the black hole dreamed of a yellow, golden, sunlit land with sparkle shooting butterflies and glittering green grasses. But each time it opened its eyes, all it could see was only black darkness. Then the sadness cried a tear, which created a sea. Marrying the rolling waves, the sadness got lost and dissolved into the black hole. The portraits of anguish that the sadness had created now spewed hot black tar and lava. If a human could see the lava spewing from the mouth of the black hole, they would imagine lots of black ink smudging a novel. A novel telling the black fiction of slaughterhouses, wrath, and wildfires. But since it was a black hole, no one was there to witness the black lava spewing inside the black hole. So the lava exhaled black gas and, like a thought, got lost and dissolved back into the black hole. Whatever was created inside a black hole also got dissolved into the black hole. What happened inside the black hole remained in the black hole. With nothing to communicate its feelings, the black hole felt lonely. Snaking through the passes of thoughts and emotions, the black hole wrote poems, crafted chunky art journals, and painted flowers. Leaping and hopping like frogs, waving like boat flags, it moved around the Milky Way galaxy trying to find a place to stay. It finally chose the center point of the galaxy as its home. From the center of the Milky Way galaxy, it looked down upon a blue-green ball. On this blue-green ball were many jelly-like dolls moving hither-thither and casting a mumbo-jumbo throughout the space of the ball. In tiny mud houses, tiny coffee cups clinked and clanked. Tiny tinkle bells jingled and jangled. There were tree symbols in the landscapes. There were tiny dream books in which there were the stories of jinx and magic stars and fantasy. Stories were getting penned over open lunch boxes and tiny stairs, tiny dolls sitting with their tiny doll friends. As the black hole listened with its high-frequency ears, the tiny dolls were talking about a black hole which resided at the center of the galaxy. Hearing which, the black hole became wonderstruck. These tiny jelly dolls were all talking about it. The black hole became happy, and with utter happiness, it ballooned into an even more gigantic size, wanting to tell the dolls on the blue-green ball that it was feeling alive despite its gravitation. So, if some days you feel like a black hole, never be embarrassed of your powers. Never be embarrassed of being alive. Being alive means continuous change and movement and evolution. Being alive means not holding on to anything. Being alive means not saving your feelings for the future. Don't save cakes and joy and love and laughter for special occasions. Joy which arrives so subtly, like the murmuration of stars and like the warm glow of galaxies. And remember that the most serious and exquisite things in the world are those that can be comprehended and grasped by a child's heart. So stop being too serious, just be a child, be alive. Thank you.